Did you know that Jimmy Carter, United States President from 1977 until 1981, reported seeing an unidentified flying object or UFO while at Weary, Georgia in 1969? While serving as the governor of Georgia, Carter was asked to file a report of the sighting by International UFO Bureau in Oklahoma City, which he did on September 14, 1973. Since its writing, the report has been discussed several times by ufologists and members of mainstream media. Now, here's a sighting. One evening in 1969, 2 years before he became the governor of Georgia, Carter was preparing to give a speech at a Lions Club meeting. At about 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, one of the guests called his attention to a strange object that was visible about 30 degrees above the horizon to the west of where he was standing. Carter described the object as being bright white and as being about as bright as the moon. It was said to have closed in on where he was standing, but to have stopped beyond a stand of pine trees, some distance from him. The true object is then said to have changed color, first to blue, then to red, then back to white, before appearing to recede into the distance. Carter felt that the object was self-illuminated and not solid in nature. Carter's report indicates that it was witnessed by about 10 or 12 other people and was in view for 10 to 12 minutes before it passed out of sight. In 1973, Carter said, "There were about 20 of us standing outside of a little restaurant. I believe a high school lunchroom, and a kind of green light appeared in the western sky. This was right after sundown. It got brighter and brighter, and then it eventually disappeared. It didn't have any solid substance to it. It was just a very peculiar looking light. None of us could understand what it was." Speaking in a 2005 interview, Carter said, "All of a sudden, one of the men looked up and said, 'Look, over in the west.' And there was a bright light in the sky. We all saw it. And then the light, it got closer and closer to us. And then it stopped. I don't know how far away, but it stopped beyond the pine trees. And all of a sudden, it changed color to blue. And then it changed to red, then back to white. And we were trying to figure out what in the world could it be. And then it receded into the distance." Now, the exact date on which the sighting occurred has been called into question by investigators. According to the report that he filed with the International UFO Bureau, 4 years after the incident, Carter saw the UFO in October 1969. However, the investigators have cited Lions Club records as evidence that it occurred 9 months earlier. According to a meeting report that he filed with the Lions Club, Carter gave his Leary speech on January 6, 1969, and not in October. The setting of his January meeting, as described in his report to the Lions Club, also matches the setting that he would later describe to the media when speaking about his sighting. His report to the Lions Club made no attention of the sighting itself. Other evidence uncovered rules out the October 1969 date and is consistent with January 1969. First, Carter visited the Leary Lions Club in his capacity as district governor of the Lions Club. His term ended in June 1969. Second, the Leary Lions Club was disbanded several months before October 1969. And yeah, hopefully you have enjoyed